We will never, ever, 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 ever water down or dumb down the gospel of Jesus Christ. But we are intentional so that when your lost friend and your family member and your runaway kid suddenly wanders into this place, they're going to understand what's happening and why that hope is available for them in Jesus. This is the mission. And it's not just the mission. We're urgent in it at Mosaic because the clock determines the play. Listen, if you know me, you see me down here, I love me some worship. I love me some worship. I'm ready to do a worship night like next week. I love centering on God. I love celebrating God. I love turning our attention and our affection to Him above all things in our life. But the thing is, we get all of eternity to worship God. We get 80 years to rob hell. If you're lucky, you get a few decades to share the gospel and tell people about Jesus. You get forever to worship. And so we love worship. We're passionate about spiritual formation. We are all in on prayer, but these things exist to draw us into an affection of action with God, to stir our emotions so then we are put in motion to reach people who don't yet know that grace is available in Jesus. In Luke 15, Jesus said, verse 7, "In the same way there is more joy in heaven over one lost sinner who repents and returns to God than over 99 others who are righteous and haven't strayed away." What you celebrate and how you celebrate determines the weight of what matters to you. How you celebrate determines how much something matters. And that's why we go nuts every time somebody gets in that tub and gets baptized. Seeking and saving the lost is what Jesus was all about. The question we all have to ask is, okay, that's what Jesus was about. Is that what I'm about? Like, am I a missional person? Just because Mosaic does that doesn't mean the church is that. It means we must be a people who live on mission. When you see an empty seat in your row, no judgment. When you see an empty seat in your row, are you like, sweet, more elbow room? Or is it a reminder that every empty seat is a person out there, a slave to sin, not knowing that God loves them and died for them to bring them into wholeness? Do we see empty seats as space to get comfortable, or is it a reminder of our calling to go after the one more the way Jesus did? Does every seat represent one of the 2.86 million people in the Baltimore metro area who don't yet know that God's for them, He died for them, and that a greater story is available through faith?